What's good, squad? Welcome into another episode of Phuca-Pod, a Phucaname product. Find us all across the web at Phucaname, Phucaname. Check out our other episodes of our podcast across the web. Follow us, rate us 5 stars so we can continue to bring these squad vibes to you. My voice broke or something? To you.
There you
Weird.
go. I don't know. It wasn't broke before.
Yeah. I'm your host, FrostyPhenix. Catch me across the web at FrostyPhenix, FrostyPhenix, here with the usual squad spec. Squad, introduce yourself and where people can find you on these interwebs.
What's goody, y'all? It's your boy Wav3yGawd, of course, the waviest bird ever. We here again, the sneaker lover, anime watcher, video game player. You know, we got another topic-focused episode today and everything. And yo, shout out to everybody that's been following and still keeping up with the podcast. Y'all listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. Be sure to rate us 5 stars over there. And shout out to y'all watching the videos over on YouTube. See the visuals and stuff like that of the squad. You know what I mean? Remember, be sure to like and comment and subscribe to the channel and share the channel with your homies. You know what I'm saying? But,
Please do.
Please shout out to Frosty for remembering to keep on remembering to share his name and stuff like that in the beginning of the podcast. That's what's up, man. You know,
you gotta remember to hype yourself up. You know what I mean? Put out stuff or whatever. So today's episode focusing on Netflix's acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery, and just a quick blurb. As of December 2025, Netflix is in the process of acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery, which are focused today, not necessarily on all of the movie titles and all the shows that we're talking about. Right now, we're discussing the possibilities of the gaming division, right? So
I know it's what we talk about mainly.
Well, we do talk about anime, but anime is not in the wheelhouse of. Well, we also would probably talk about like just superhero movies and nerd movies and stuff like that. But I think that this overall topic for Netflix acquisition of Warner Brothers does also put something of a spotlight on what they would possibly do with like the DC superhero movies and DC content and where all that stuff lands.
They're really good on like the animated movies realm and everything. Like,
yeah,
you know, DC like kind of runs that animated superhero film, while MCU like runs like the live action for the most part. That's how that works out.
So now I'm wondering where James Gunn's universe falls into this whole situation.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. I never thought about that. I don't know how I never thought about that during this whole thing. I don't know how. It just occurred
to me. It just occurred to me as well. But that's another topic for another time, and we'll see how that all works out. Nothing's been said. But for right now, even touching on this topic about the gaming division, Warner Brother Games, which has brought us titles like Mortal Kombat, Hogwarts Legacy, Batman Arkham, will now be under Netflix's umbrella, potentially reshaping their gaming strategy to include AAA games with their mobile-focused games. So now they would possibly have these IPs to then fund and bring AAA titles to the audience under the Netflix banner. Wavy, you go ahead.
I mean, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said before, you know, WB didn't know nothing about it. Was the most that they published the games, they gave it money, backed it for the most part. Like when you saw a game, it said WB Games on there. It wasn't like it wasn't like they were actually making the game. They were just publishing them. So now knowing that and thinking about that, that kind of puts a little ease in my mind of Netflix or Paramount. It's probably gonna be Netflix though, because let's be honest, Warner Brothers, Paramount put another bid out there, but they're pretty much I think Warner Brothers pretty much telling the shareholders are like, hey, let's get this Netflix deal going. Like, there's not the attention to this Paramount deal, but that puts a little ease in my mind of whoever would get Warner Brothers, because they want to be making the game. This would be like owning the studios, like Rocksteady and Monolith not there anymore, but NetherRealm and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is that with Netflix, they don't have a good track record when it comes to games. So that's what makes me worry a little bit. Because we already saw, I think it was last year, that Netflix already had a studio closure for AAA games. Like, they didn't even make nothing yet. And they already got a studio closure. You know why? Because it was probably going to suck. And know what they have right now in the gaming? They have on the Netflix app, you can get mobile games. And guess what? You guessed it. They suck. They have GTA, the definitive edition of San Andreas on there. I don't know who's playing San Andreas or something like that on a mobile phone, but teach his own, I guess.
Teach his own.
Yeah, so that's the reason why, like, it's a little bit of an issue that, like, Netflix could be getting. I don't know if they're gonna know how to handle these games and everything, but at the same time, Netflix has a whole lot of money behind them. They're the biggest streaming service, so they got a lot of revenue. So honestly, if they get this, just get out the way of the studios, of the game studios. Just let them do them. Don't try to push the live service thing on them, because you already saw what happened with that, with Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, the developers did not want to make that live service. You know who did, though? The higher ups. They wanted to make a continuous revenue system. So that happened, and you saw what happened with that. It went by the wayside. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So overall, we're just speculating in general because of what we've gone through in the past when it comes to gaming, how the gaming industry is right now with this rise of indie titles. Not to always toot its horn, but it's a really big topic right now as of this recording in December, that people are still singing the praises of Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, and Sandfall Interactive. Shout out to y'all, being an indie studio that was able to bring us a quality game of content and features that are not new to the industry, but that were put together well enough that it brought a quality product to the industry, right?
Super quality, man.
And yes, and the thought now is, if people get too money hungry when it comes to trying to churn out titles that are big names to just put out, that gamers are becoming more and more aware of the game itself, trying to basically steer away from this idea that you're going to sell me a game because it's called this, and if there's no substance to it, then I need a little more. And the price is not going down. So
the price not going down for what? For streaming?
When they sell you a AAA game.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not going down. It's gonna keep on going up. Well, hopefully not, actually. Hopefully it stays at the $70. Nintendo tried it. They already tried it.
Oh yeah, they did.
I don't even think that the new games are gonna be $80 anymore. I don't know if they just quietly pulled that back, or if they're still doing it. Honestly, I don't know. I don't have a Switch 2, so. But if y'all have a Switch 2 out there, y'all let me know if these new games are still $80 over there.
They don't have any new games. There are like 3 games on there. Everything else is just a resale of everything that already exists.
I mean, yeah, they don't have any which is actually kind of normal. When people say that, like, when new consoles come out, they want the games coming out right away. Like, I don't think that's ever actually really happened for a console. Like, when it first came out, like, it takes a little time for them to, like, build up the library. If I'm not mistaken, that's how I always saw it working. But I mean, and that's how I think the Switch 2 is gonna work too. Like, they got Bonanza. I think Metroid Prime 4. I mean, other than the $30 for the playing music and the Amiibo, that's crazy.
The Switch 2 upgrade editions of the Legend of Zelda games,
which is still a high selling game for some reason. I don't know why.
It's a great game.
It's a great game, most definitely. But like, it's already a thing. Like,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
It already came out. Like, why is it coming? It came out again at a higher price, and it's still selling the most. It's crazy.
It's a great game.
It is. I'm not.
It's a great game.
I played Breath of the Wild. I like
version.
Breath of the Wild. So
it is, and they're selling you a polished version. We always talk about that. We're still overdue for giving y'all a remake versus remastered episode of just games that need to get that love. That's definitely one of those things. We didn't have to do much, right? Just selling you a Nintendo Switch 2 version, just improve the graphics a little bit and the speed a little bit. A lot bit. Excuse me. I didn't play the Switch version. I've only played the Switch 2 version, so I would not know the struggle that way.
Look at you.
I don't know. Didn't know the struggle.
You didn't have to see polygons and whatnot when you're in the air.
Ooh.
Like
That's crazy.
And I didn't play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, but I would hate to have played
on
the Wii U.
That wouldn't have happened. I think, you know what's funny? I know this is derailing a little bit, but I think that the ambition for Breath of the Wild wasn't intention. And Tears of the Kingdom, I don't know if that also is having a problem. Comment down below if that game had the same issues as well, with some improvements, but with the Switch 2 title for that as well, Switch 2 upgrade for that as well, if it was meant for like the Switch 2 in mind, kind of made for like the next console to come, like how Marvel's Avengers was made for it was made for the PS4, but when it landed on the PS5, it was like, this was for the PS5. Like this, like you were trying to cram this game and its system and how it worked into PS4. That was not gonna happen, baby. Like, I mean,
that's a high possibility. That's a high possibility. You know what I'm saying? That it was meant for the newer stuff in mind and everything. Because anytime you shape it, if you have something on the old console, like as soon as you put that on the new one, it's gonna be like, they're gonna want to repolish it for later and everything. That's where you get to true, like, out of it, if you want to say that. Like,
no, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, you're like that's what you get. But back to the topic at hand for Netflix and Warner Brothers. The acquisition is a massive undertaking, with some reports suggesting the game division was initially not heavily weighed in the valuation, potentially making it a major strategic asset for the future. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't that they bought Warner Brothers Discovery thinking, we get their AAA games.
Yeah, that was definitely on the wayside for them. They were like,
it was more like, oh, and what else we get? Their games?
They were like,
oh, all right.
Okay. I guess.
All right.
I guess we'll do that.
All right. That's cool.
People gotta understand, Netflix is like they're the biggest streaming service. They're gonna look at getting whatever they can into their ecosystem in their system. And WB has a lot of IPs, gaming wise and media wise. Like we talked about, like HBO Max had DC. You got CNN. Well, actually, honestly, with this deal with Netflix, if they get this bidding, it won't get CNN. I think that'll be a cable network or whatever. So I'm not even sure. Yeah. So, but they got a lot of stuff over there. They got Harry Potter. They got Batman, which is DC. You got Cartoon Network stuff over there. You got a lot of stuff and everything.
And the HBO exclusive things like Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I mean, alone, like I think Game of Thrones was on Netflix before, but they take it off and everything because
it could be like one of those things, like a franchise deal thing or whatever. But now it's going to live over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Make a deal. You live here.
Yeah, it could be on there however long they want it to be. Like if they want to take it off, which they probably won't, and everything. And like honestly, this would be good for the gaming division too, because not only do you get those studios and those games, but if you want, you could possibly make your own games of your own franchises. If you want to, I don't know how a Stranger Things game would look. But I wouldn't know how a Game of Thrones game would look.
You know how a Stranger Things game would look? Have you ever played this game called Bloomtown?
Bloomtown. Is that Bloomtown?
Bloomtown. BLOOMTOWN.
Never heard of that before. Bloomtown.
Right.
I'm doing my
It's a game that my wife bought this year. Yeah, look at it right now. For me, this is another sidebar, and you guys know we love our sidebars here at Phuca-Pod.
Is it a turn-based?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's a mobile game.
No, it's for the Switch and the play. You don't do mobile
is?
games. Don't cuss
No,
at me.
I saw on Google it said mobile game. I'm like, oh man. And then I saw it's on Steam too. Then I seen it's Nintendo right there. So okay.
And PlayStation.
Oh, it's on PlayStation. Oh, okay. It's everywhere.
Correct.
Oh, I see. It's everywhere. Like it's on literally on mobile, Xbox. Yeah. It's everywhere. Okay. Never mind. Continue. My bad.
Okay. Don't cuss at me.
Yeah, like I said, a slur to you. I'm
No,
not a
right.
mobile gamer.
Games. Now, funny because like same thing. Was I play Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero is, I think, not primarily a mobile game, but you know what I mean. Some games that are like start off kind of mobile, primarily offered mobile.
Hoyo first gotcha games that started on mobile.
Exactly.
That's the
And
biggest
now they're console.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, I'm no snub. Of course, I'm joking. Like, I don't play mobile because I use my phone for various other things, production, phone calls. Phone calls. I call people my phone. But ultimately, Bloomtown. I think my wife's playing through it, and I help her out when we're playing together. It's really fun. It's like Stranger Things, Scooby Doo, and you're fighting these demons or whatever. I think it's a really fun time. Turn based, like couple elements to it. You know, a couple of characters have weapons. They have guns or whatever that you can use as like another primary attack. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. Bloomtown. Not that they pay for this advertisement at all. I really think it's a good game for y'all to check out.
If y'all want to, y'all can.
If y'all want to, y'all can. But so if that kind of thing, right? And that I think that might have been made by who made Bloomtown.
From what I see right now, I see Lazy Bear Games, and the publisher is Twin Sales Interactive. That's what I see.
How long has it been out?
Since September 24th of last year. How come I never heard
they knew? So again, indie games.
Oh yeah, it is indie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and it's 50% off right now because of the
Dude.
Of course, like you talked about, Steam sale.
There you go.
50%. It's
There
like
you go.
they got the winter sales up to 85% off until January 5th. So y'all go, if y'all listen to this podcast, y'all better get on Steam right now and get these deals while they hot because they're up to 85% off. You probably can get Cyberpunk for like $5.
Mm-hmm. So not that this was about that. They were formerly Asmodee Digital, known for indie titles like Gloomhaven Digital, Ember Knights, Newstown, Survival, Fountain of Youth. Recently became independent from Asmodee in April of 2025 to focus on its own indie portfolio. And they have their own wiki on like fandoms or their own website. So they were a part of a bigger company. Look, this theme is really, it's like not just getting old because it's really good, but it's really getting old. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like most of these indie companies that are like kind of sprouting out of nowhere, either are formed by people who left a company or separated from a bigger company.
Yeah. We saw that at the Game Awards too. Like even with there was one game, I forget the name of it. That was like it was like an action heavy game. I think it's coming from people that like from what Jeff Keighley said, it was a game that was made by people that made Devil May Cry and like Resident Evil. So it sounded like ex-Capcom developers. That's what it sounded like. I forget what game it was.
I forget the game too.
Damn. Damn it. It looked interesting.
See. All right. See, look, this is what we're going to do. Let me see. I can't even think of the keywords here because you have to be able to use Google properly, right, y'all? So, in general, let me see. Game Awards announced games. Devil May Cry inspired. Be able to utilize Google to the best of your ability, y'all. So, Stupid Never Dies.
There you go. Stupid Never Dies. I I was quick.
Google champ out here. No advertising for Google. I'm just saying it's used as a search engine. Stupid never dies, right?
Yeah,
but again, to your point,
Capcom employs that thing. So
yeah, veterans of Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, and Dragon's Dogma franchises.
there you go. That's the other franchise, Dragon's Dogma. Okay,
there you go. So again, and even for this company, like just me mentioning it about tying it back to the Stranger Things point is it's kind of I see it as like Stranger Things inspired, the way the kids are like wandering around town. You doing odd jobs for people. You got this ragtag, like you got I think it's a brother and sister, and then meet their friend, and then the talking dog, and it's like Scooby-Doo-ish. You know what I'm saying? So, point is that the possibilities are there as long as they get the right people. I remember one thing that you said that really rung in the back of my mind here when we're talking about putting the right money behind things for acquisitions, and you really hoped that with this acquisition that Netflix would let the gaming division do them if they have the right ideas. Not that you want to back a project and just start pumping out games like we've mentioned before, AAA titles with no substance, you know. But like if you have good ideas, like they're like this Bloomtown game, you know, like you have the Stranger Things, and you can kind of do something like that, or the possibilities are there.
They're definitely there. Like I said, now that you show me that Bloomtown joint, I can see Stranger Things having like that kind of a vibe to it. When I saw the trailer on Steam or whatnot, I was like, oh yeah, it definitely reminds me of like a Stranger Things kind of thing, 1960s, whatever type of thing. I don't know if Stranger Things is in that time frame and time period. But
I get what you mean.
You said what?
I get what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, all right, I can see it. I can see the Stranger Things like, you know, kind of a RPG or like a turn-based, not RPG, like a turn-based or whatever. I can see that. I can see, like I said, I can see Game of Thrones having something like a true Game of Thrones game, not that mobile joint that we have coming out soon. Like I want like a true Game of Thrones game.
Oh man,
and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
now, Game of Thrones could probably play like Dispatch.
You could do that, or you could just like do a traditional, like, you know, a traditional like a game, like action game. You could do that too.
Because Game of Thrones isn't about that though.
It's not. I understand what you're saying now. I understand what you're
saying. Yeah. I mean, but the same thing. Lord of the Rings wasn't about that either. But we got the Shadow of Mordor games.
Exactly.
So, I mean. Right, I'm a naysayer, right? Like, oh, with possibilities, open your mind, Frosty, probably. You know what I mean? But I would think it would be something that would be nice, leaning along lines of like you know, that, or as Corner says as well. Shout out to Corner Fox, using the inspiration of games like The Witcher.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of,
or it could be real time strategy kingdoms kind of game where you become the new. Trying to raise up your kingdom in the Game of Thrones world or something like that.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Means to conquer something. You know what I'm saying? Like
RTS.
Hire us.
Do RTS. I think Game of Thrones, with the way that the show is, they could probably do RTS. I can see that. I can see them doing RTS. Either RTS or like the dispatch thing. Either one could probably work. Yeah. The action thing, it depends if they're doing like the Shadow of Mordor route, or they're doing like a prequel to it and everything, because like you said, Shadow of Mordor was a prequel to Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings wasn't really about all that action. It was kind of, it had a lot of scenes like that, but it wasn't really known for that, you know. So them doing Shadow of Mordor was a good like branch off. So if Game of Thrones did do that, it would have to be like in that direction, or like you said, RTS. That would probably be good. There's a lot of RTS gamers out there that will probably like that. You know,
that Warhammer game that was introduced at the Game Awards is going to be like that too. Yep. So, and it has its fan base.
Yeah, and it has who is Warhammer, and what's the who are they partnering with? Oh,
I don't know why I wanted to say Larian, but it's not Larian.
Nah, it's something else. Oh man, whatever. I mean, it's fine. Someone will correct us.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I just don't want all their games, and I feel like if these games did a whole lot better sales wise, then Netflix probably wouldn't have been saying that like, oh, we're not really like looking for the games division. I feel like if Suicide Squad could have Justice League, multiverses, all that kind of stuff, if they actually popped and they actually sold like Hogwarts Legacy did, I don't think Netflix would be saying this. That's just me though. But also like they're a streaming giant. They don't really know a lot about video games. They tried the avenue and they failed. So they probably on that kind of time too. I would assume.
So from what I can see, we're probably looking at I think Relic Entertainment, which is known for Dawn of War, Saber Interactive for Space Marine 2, Fat Shark for Dark Tide, and Owlcat Games for Rogue Trader and Dark Heresy. So I'm trying to see for who's involved. Let me see. King Art Games, I think. Now you guys could be like, oh yeah, you guys know what you're talking about. Let me see. For 2020. I think the game is slated for eyeing 2026, so next year. Yeah. 2026 Warhammer game. Oh, so it's going to be a few. So King Art Games, Bulwark Studios, and Creative Assembly. Yeah, so this is going to be a big collaborative project from what I understand. So
yeah. And I feel that, and I feel like that's what I said. I hope that like they leave the gaming division, the divisions to do them, because I feel like Netflix is gonna be like any other kind of big corporation, and like see where are the Genshin Impact numbers, where are the Fortnite numbers. We need some of that. I feel like they would kind of do that, and now will like lessen the amount of good games we will get, and we will just be teetering on that same line that David Zaslav, whatever his name is, that was
David
doing.
Zaslav, wavy. Jeez, man.
Zaslav, David, whatever.
Stop.
Like, like he ruined so many franchises, man. I'm tired of this dude, man. Like it was time to go. It was time for him to go. But yeah, I mean, they can do it, man. I want that to happen. I don't want Warner Brothers games to go by the wayside, because they got a good number of IPs and franchises that they can still do. I mean, Hogwarts Legacy did numbers. They could do it again. They make a second one.
Can they do it? Well, that's a conversation about
it will definitely
sequel.
It can't do it again just because that Harry Potter fan base is ridiculous. That's a huge fan base. It ain't the Pokemon fan base, but it's a huge fan base out there.
It is a sizable fan base. Yeah.
That's why I sold so much that year. It's so more than Call of Duty and Madden. That's crazy. That never happens. Like, Yeah. So.
And this needs that.
Yeah, man.
Any final thoughts though on this acquisition? We're going to be watching it along with the conversation that we had about the EA purchase by Saudi Arabia's PIF. Gaming is taking a couple hits and being merged into other forms of media and business now, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, and I think I don't expect this deal to go through anytime soon, because of like the rumors of like the hostile takeover, and like people seeing the monopoly. It's basically calling it a monopoly, which it pretty much is. But Americans built a monopoly. Let's just be real about it. Yeah. So I see it like the EA deal, like we talked about. It will probably be finalized maybe in the next 6 months or something like that. Like, I don't see it being finalized anytime soon. Even though Netflix, even though Warner Brothers is telling their shareholders like, yeah, we're going with the Netflix deal. Like I said, they still gotta go through some hoops and stuff, just to get it like actually inked and everything, get the deal all set. So, it's one the best for the games, man. It's the best for the games,
treat my games right. Treat my legacy. Treat my legacy games right.
Imagine getting another like DC character, but like in like the Arkham, not Arkham like franchise, but like something similar to Arkham, or just another IP that they can do that is like that Rocksteady could like flourish, and not to like cater to live servers.
Yeah.
That's what I got on that.
Personally, I'm not a loss of words, but I'm staying silent to see what ultimately happens, because I have my thoughts also about legacy games or game titles that they struck what they got lightning in a bottle, like the Batman games, Hogwarts. I'm not taking anything away from the impacts that they had or the numbers that they captured, but when we're talking about, all right, do it again. Again? Technically, Rocksteady did it arguably 3 times. I say 2, because Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were hits. Arkham Knight, not so much, but that's
only because of the Batmobile. Only because of the Batmobile. But that's also what you get for listening to the people. Like, even though we did want that and everything, you wanted more of it, but they gave us way too much of it.
It was integrated into the gameplay so hard.
And the gameplay kind of suffered because of it. Like, they were nice, but like they were just too much. Like, the game was good. Yeah. Like I said, my favorite one is still City, but I love Asylum too. I think Asylum was really good too.
City was so good. It had its own track. Shout out to Coheed and Cambria. Nobody talks about that song enough. Deranged. It had its own theme song that came out. I remember my homie and I, Ryan, shout out to him. We went to Best Buy to get our copies of Arkham City, and they gave you this free card with the Coheed and Cambria song on it or whatever. It was really good. It was really good. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Arkham game that nobody talks about enough. Arkham Origins is slept on.
That came out 2014?
2013.
2013. That was the one that you could fight. You fought against Deathstroke in one fight, right? Whatever. But I never played. I didn't play Origins. Actually.
That was a good one. It was a good one. And it had a multiplayer that I messed with a little bit.
It did. I remember that.
Yeah. And then it was developed by WB Games Montreal and Splash Damage. They did a good job for what the franchise was offering. So, yeah.
Montreal.
If anything, we'll see. We'll see how things go.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how it goes. Only time will tell. Hopefully, Netflix, doesn't consider the games division worthless anymore. But like I said, I think it's just two sides to it. They're just more so of a streaming giant and care more so about the IPs and media, and also they try to do the gaming thing and it didn't really work out for them. So they're probably not really. That's probably another reason why they're not really looking for the gaming division too much. But them saying that it's pretty much worthless, it's kind of crazy. I think they look.
I wouldn't say worthless. I would say you don't know what you got until you got it.
There you go.
Thing. You don't know what the value of the thing until you got it. So I think they might be sitting on a gold mine here, and we'll see how they handle it.
Basically, yeah.
Overall, it's been another episode for y'all squad. Be sure to check it out and check us out anywhere on the internet. Phuca-Pod. Catch out all of our available content, all of it, across all platforms. I've been your host, FrostyPhenix. Catch me across the web at FrostyPhenix, FrostyPhenix. Squad, close out with your socials.
What's goody? Y'all, thank y'all for listening and tuning in. And I hope y'all tell y'all friends about us and everything. Tell your squad about us.
Please.
But it's your boy FrostyPhenix. That's the one speaking right now. Of course, sneaker lover, enemy watcher, video game player, And you know, I saw the Joey Air Muscle Air Max 95s in person. Oh, they look so good. They look really good, man. But I can't get them on retail. I got to pay resale for them, and I'm not trying to do that. I don't do resale. But yeah. So shout out to Air Muscles, and shout out to y'all for listening. And rate this podcast 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcast. Cause where are you gonna get another podcast like this? Well, it's like this. We just shooting the shit and giving y'all the news at the same time and being funny. I can't get that nowhere else. So
absolutely,
I'm about to just rate us 5 stars and just keep it pushing, and then like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube videos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And subscribe to the channel. So
indeed, brother, indeed. Catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.
Hey.